Welcome back to Rare with Flair. On this week's episode, it's Case and Cass's special event of our favorite things.
We go through all of our favorite things to really basic to really, really bizarre. So we hope you have a fun time on this episode. Stick around. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rare with Flair,
the podcast where two 20-somethings with the same rare disease are living their best lives. I'm your host, Cassandra.
And I'm your host, Casey.
Woohoo, Casey!
Yes!
We're really excited for this episode, you guys. It'll be really
fun.
We're
so excited. We're like giddy.
I know. But, it's still, May, so yay, May. And I saw on your gram, which is not open for public follows, by the way, but we're friends.
Sorry, everybody.
I'm sorry. But I saw on your gram that your parents have a pool.
My parents got a pool. It was kind of like a we're really bored in quarantine type decision, and I'm very, very happy about it. I was at the pool. I was sunbathing. It's finally warm enough. It was such a good time. And did you have a good weekend?
I did have a good weekend, yeah. So I came to visit my parents, and so for those of you who don't know, there's something called the Hello Kitty Cafe, and they have two locations. One is in California and one's in Las Vegas, which, sadly I'm not near, but there's like a little truck that travels the country, and it was in Cincinnati, so my mom and I drove down, and we got pictures with the Hello Kitty truck, and it was very exciting.
It's a super Instagrammable moment, and I love that. I think that's adorable.
I love Hello Kitty.
Here at Rare with Flair, we think Hello Kitty is adorable, so that's really fun. I guess we can hop into it.
We're really excited. We're chomping at the bit, y'all.
We are chomping at the bit.
As you have heard in our little opener, we're going to do our favorite things. So if you guys like our icebreaker games at the end of episodes, this is like one giant icebreaker game.
One giant icebreaker game. And if you don't like our icebreaker games, maybe stick around anyway, ? We still hope you really like it. We just wanted to take a break. Even though we love advocacy, and it's one of the main reasons we do this, we're like, let's have some fun. This is going to be lighthearted. Yeah. If you're sitting, you're eating lunch, you're driving to work, whatever you're doing while you listen to us, we just hope this episode brings you some joy, some happiness. You don't have to think too deeply for it. You feel me?
Yeah. And, if you feel free to shout out your disagreement if you don't agree, if you're like, oh, no, I like that, or I don't like that. So, hey,
absolutely.
It's interactive. We can't interact back with you, though.
Dora Explorer style. Tell us your favorite things without us hearing it. So we do have categories like favorite book and favorite whatever, but I wanted to start off doing our top 5 favorite things in general. If someone were, if a friend of mine were to describe me, or a friend was to describe Cassandra, what are the 5 things you really love? And of course, we're going to exclude the big things like family, God, friends, the things that, we really love that are monumental. This is more our littler things that we love.
Yeah, hobbies, interests, general things.
Yeah.
So,
how'd you start off with the top 5?
Go first, and then we can alternate.
Okay. My first one, in no particular order, is musical theater. And I feel like I kind of cheated on this by doing music and theater, but it's musical theater because music is a big part of my life, like singing and music, but also acting and theater and seeing theater and doing theater. Big theater geek over here.
Love that. Yeah, the first thing I have on my list is also music. You guys know if you're no stranger to Rare with Flair, I love music. I love following bands. I love concerts. I love my local radio. If you've also been around for a bit, I've been talking about my love for our local alternative radio station here in Columbus. So really, yeah, love music. It truly just makes me so happy.
Oh, it's like we're friends or something. Our first thing's the same. My second one is dogs. My dog is like my favorite thing in my life, and I've always loved dogs. They've always really calmed me down and chilled me out ever since I was little. So
I love that. My second thing is travel. I love traveling, domestic, international. I even just love exploring new places around me in my city. I love taking the bus. It's like always an adventure. So, all kinds of travel.
Love that. My number 3 is fashion. I don't claim to be very good at it or be very knowledgeable about like current trends and stuff. I just have so much fun picking out new outfits every day, and I love it. So that's
I have style on my list too. I love like accessorizing and hair and like finding new and inventive, outfits to wear and something like really fun and creative to express myself with. Yeah,
we love expressing ourselves in that way. Yeah, it's so fun. My next one is kind of funny. It's animation. I am such a fan of Disney animated movies. I'm such a fan of cartoons. I've always loved it, and I don't think you're ever too old for it. I think it's a beautiful art form. I think it's easier for me to see than live action movies. Like, I can always see the characters better. I just think it's gorgeous. I love voiceover. I'm interested in voiceover acting. I just love everything about the medium, and I think it's just... And it's very uplifting usually too. And I love music, and usually they're musicals a lot of the time. So freaking love a good cartoon.
Mm-hmm. The one I had that was related to that was I love media. I love like TV, video games, movies. I'm usually either listening to music or watching something in the background. So really love that. Yeah. I kind of ebb and flow with like. Sometimes I'm like really hardcore playing a game, and sometimes I am not. But right now I'm not really. But in the fall I was like really hardcore playing through some video games, which was a lot of fun for me.
Yes, I know. It was really hard. I like a lot of media too, especially books, and I didn't put books on this list, which is bad. But my final one, this is kind of silly, but cookies and chocolate and dessert. I am the biggest sweet tooth ever, and I'm obsessed with cookies.
I love that. I put like food and cuisine. I love cooking, and I love baking and bartending, and I love learning about cuisine and food and trying different new things, and especially like experimenting in the kitchen. I love all of that.
Yes.
Wow, we have so much in common. We should be friends.
3 of the 5 were the same, kind of, or like, yeah, quite a lot. We really should be friends. We really should. It's so funny. Okay.
So we've got like 30 like random things that we're just going to say our favorites, and we're going to go back and forth again, and I just think it'd be a lot of fun. So let's just jump in. First thing is your favorite color.
Favorite color. This one is actually, it seems like we're starting off with something easy. It's actually a little bit difficult for me, but I have to say pink. For a long time, I tried to convince myself that it was purple, but then I realized everything I was buying was pink. So it's pink.
I love the way you said that.
Well, like I did. I was like, it's purple. I'm a purple girl, but then I kept buying pink stuff, and I have everything is pink. Like my laptop, my water bottle, my bed, my room, like it's pink.
That's really fun. I feel like for the longest time throughout my youth, my favorite color was like bright green. But truly my favorite color ever is yellow. I have so many things that are yellow. It makes me happy. It's a sunny color. I don't know. I love it.
Oh, can I specify really quick that it's pastel baby pink? It is not hot pink. I am not a hot pink fan. I'm sorry to anyone.
A hot pink girl versus a like baby pink girl is just a very different kind of girl.
It's a very different thing, and I totally respect hot pink girls, but I'm not one.
Yeah.
All right. Next category, favorite children's book.
So, are we doing like children's like chapter book or
it could be, yes, anything that's for a child.
Okay. So I don't know if this is more of like a middle grade book, but my favorite is The Giver. I really love that book.
Oh, The Giver is so good though. It's so good.
Did you read the quartet, like the following 3 books?
I did not.
You Have to. Case.
I have to.
Especially
Okay.
the fourth one. So it's a quartet, right? So
I thought it was a duology. I thought there were only two. I didn't even know.
No,
there were four.
so there's a fourth one. You don't have to read the middle two. Like, they're relevant, but they're like, it's mostly the first and fourth one. Girl, the fourth one just like blew my mind. It was so good.
Okay.
So good.
Okay, totally. Love that book. I think I've definitely mentioned my book on the pod before, but it is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with that book. It is like, it is just so great to me in so many ways, and I love it.
I love that. Okay, what is your favorite season?
Fall, girl. Fall. Give me the pumpkin spice latte. Give me the jack-o'-lantern and my boots, and we're going to have a good time. What about you?
Same. No, same. I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys were listening from the beginning, you know that we mentioned fall every episode that we possibly could.
Are we basic? We're super basic.
I guess.
I think I liked fall before it was basic, though. I've always liked it.
I've always liked fall because I love the weather, and I'm happy that I can live in a place in the world that like I can experience fall because the leaves actually do change here in the Midwest, and I think the Midwest goes really hard for fall. Like, I was talking to my brother who lives in Arkansas, and he was like, people hardly do any fall stuff here, but we go hardcore. We got the pumpkin patch. We got the corn maze. We got it all.
I go to the pumpkin patch and the corn maze. I love it. It's the best. Okay, next one is, what's your favorite shoe brand? Very random.
Yeah. I feel like I always either have a pair of like Converse, like Chuck Taylors, or Doc Martens. So...
Girl, we should be friends. It's Doc Martens all the way. It's just got to be Doc Martens. That's the only answer. It's the only answer I can think.
They last forever.
They're just like my happy shoes. I have 2 pairs, and they're everything to me. And I actually want a third as we speak.
I love that. Speaking of Hello Kitty, I think Hello Kitty and Docs did a collab, and I'm very intrigued.
Yes, very intrigued. I saw.
Okay, favorite store at the mall?
Okay, it's got to be Aerie. I love Aerie. I also like American Eagle, which is its sister store, I guess you could say. I think they have great stuff, and that's all I got to say about that. What about you?
I think Aerie is an excellent brand as far as like their what they stand for and their models. I literally was just saw an Aerie ad of a wheelchair user with an ostomy, and I almost lost my mind.
That's everything.
I know.
They do have a lot of ostomy models at Aerie. It's great.
They do. I think it's incredible. It's one of the first places I've seen ostomy models. But my answer is probably Sephora. I do most of my shopping online.
I love Sephora.
I know, but I'm always in there.
I know. No, literally, there was a point in my life where the employees knew me.
Yes!
They were like, oh, you're back. I was like, oh, no, that's a bad sign. But no, I do. I love Sephora, too. Oh, my gosh. Next up, who is your favorite internet personality? Like, this could be, anybody on the internet that's a personality.
It's a personality.
It has a personality.
So I don't follow that many people super intensely. I guess I really do enjoy following Molly Burke. But if we're talking like hosts of shows, which is a little bit different, I would say I really enjoy Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, Jimmy Fallon's fun. He's funny.
He's a really... I feel like in terms of nighttime talk show hosts, he's one of the more wholesome ones.
Oh, yeah. I watch YouTube constantly. So I have so many people I love, and I would be here for 3 hours if I named them all. One new one I really like, I hope I'm getting this name right. She's called the Cottage Fairy, and she lives in this cottage in the middle of the woods, and she just like bakes things and does art. And I actually bought art from her that I have in my house. Like, I love her a lot.
Neat.
And then another person I really love is Jenny Nicholson. Have you heard of her?
No, I don't.
Okay, she basically like writes essays, but like talks them in a video, like does video essays on different movies and things. And I just love having her on because she'll talk for like an hour, and I'll just like put her on while I'm cooking or whatever. And she's just really funny and smart. So
that's awesome.
I have so many people though. I could be there forever.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so favorite place or places that you visited?
I hate my answer for this. I apologize to everyone for my answer for this. It's Disney World.
No!
I'm really sorry.
That's
I'm
not
really
a real
sorry.
place.
It's not. Okay, well,
Totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I also love Disney.
It's my favorite place to be, period. Like, that's my favorite place to be, and it's embarrassing to say, but I haven't even been that many places, so there you go. What about you?
New York, though? You really liked being in New York.
New York, though, feels more like a second home to me than like a vacation spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was favorite places you've been.
Oh, I thought it was places you visited.
Or visited. I mean, you visited New York for 2 years.
Yeah, I visited for a while. It does have my heart. It does have my heart. It is one of my top, yes.
No, I'm not actually making fun of you. I also really, really love Disney. But I love Seattle. I really love visiting Budapest in Hungary. I thought it was an amazing city. I would love to go back. I really loved visiting, like, the Alaskan Panhandle. I thought it was gorgeous. I love looking at, like, giant, like, things that I wouldn't normally see where I live. So, like, giant ice formations are fascinating to me, just to be able to see them. Just so many places. There's so many places that I want to go and that I'm really excited to visit, though.
Yeah, see, you have a very classy, mature answer. I'm proud of you for that. I did not. So, yep, that's fun.
I mean,
okay.
Hey, no, Disney is a very special place.
It's a special place in my heart. All right, up next, favorite food.
This is really hard. This is really, really
it's
hard.
Really hard.
I'm just going to, like, rattle off some foods.
Me too.
So, okay, well, this one actually requires explanation, but this is my favorite, like, Puerto Rican food. It's called mofongo. It's made up of, like, fried and mashed plantains into sort of like a ball, and then you serve it with some sort, I mean, it can be vegetarian, but you can serve it with some sort of, like, a meat, and so I love it with, like, stewed shrimp. It's just phenomenal.
I think I've had that before, because there's this place here that serves meat with these, like, plantain circle things, and it was, like, incredible.
Well, it's like a mashed ball.
Yes, literally I've had that, and it changed my life.
It's so good. It's so good. Seriously.
Yes.
So I love that. I love mac and cheese, but I love seafood mac.
Oh, okay.
I would, to die for. I love seafood though. I love eggs. I eat like an insane amount of cheese. Like so much cheese in my life. I eat lots of Cheez-Its too. It's part of my regular diet. Ice cream, anything citrusy. Yeah, those are some of my top.
Something to know about me and Cass is white cheddar Cheez-Its are the best snack. And when we discovered it was each other's favorite, we, like, freaked out.
We, like, lost it. I eat them, like, on the daily. No
that
kidding.
is my favorite snack food is a white cheddar Cheez-It. My favorite food is, I have two. Mac and cheese, which please hold the seafood. I hate seafood.
You don't like seafood? I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, it might come up later in the episode. Wink, wink. I might mention it later in things I hate. But I like tuna. That's the only thing I like.
That's the one thing I don't like. I don't like tuna.
I love tuna. Okay, so mac and cheese and mashed potatoes.
Oh,
and of course, just any dessert, if that counts. I love dessert.
That totally counts. Yeah. Girl, I didn't know that. I've learned some things about you.
You're learning things about me.
I know. Mm-hmm. This is a fun exercise for us, too.
I know.
What is your favorite candy?
Okay, I like a lot of chocolate candy. I love Bueno bars. I love the Hershey's cookies and cream bars. I love all of that. I also, and I know Cass feels the same way about this, trolley worms. Mm-hmm. They're just incredible. I have so many favorite candies. There's not really a candy I don't like, to be honest. But what about you?
That's funny. I'm actually quite picky about my candies. I do like a lot of them, but there are many that I just will not eat. I'm not much of a candy person, but if you hand me any sour gummies, I will devour them. Also, gummy peaches. I really like gummy peaches.
Oh, the peach ring things?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You don't like those?
No, not a fan. See, maybe there is a candy I don't like.
That's funny. So it's nostalgic to me because when I was little, we took a few trips to Georgia, and I would get gummy peaches there, and I thought they were delicious. So
you know what happened is I ate a bag, and then I got a stomach bug, and so it's not. I forever associate it.
I would understand why you don't like them. Negative connotation. I also love I love Crunch Bars. I love mini M&Ms.
Oh my gosh, Crunch Bars, yes.
Crunch Bars are underrated, you know.
Oh, they are underrated. Oh my gosh. Reese's? Ugh.
Reese's are good too.
Reese's shapes, like at the holidays, the trees and the
See, I like the ones that are more peanut butter than chocolate. Like, I like the mini ones because it's more peanut butter to chocolate.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Good point. Oh, candy's so good.
I know.
Okay. Next is this is so hard for me, Cass. This one was my hardest one out of all the 30. What is your favorite who is your favorite fictional character? It could be anything, book, movie, TV.
I do not know, but I will say that one of them is Lizzie Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. Oh. She's an icon, yes. And I want to be her, and I find myself feeling more and more like her as time goes on. So
you are a Lizzie and I am a Jane.
It's perfect.
And it's like we're sisters in real life.
It's perfect.
I have so many. I'm going to try to rattle them off quickly. Okay, Rupert Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I named my dog after him. I think he's a great character. I love Elphaba from Wicked a lot. Ooh. I love Snow White on Once Upon a Time. I've talked about her many times. But someone I want to highlight that I've never talked about that I find very inspiring and adorable is Midge Maisel from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I don't think you've seen. I have not. But she is just super inspiring, very like type 3 Enneagram, hardworking, and whenever I watch her, I'm inspired to like chase my dreams and you know, like she's very inspiring. So I have so many more I could say, but those are the ones I wanted to highlight.
I love that. Okay, what is your favorite non-children's book? So your favorite book.
I have one nonfiction and one fiction. Favorite nonfiction, I think I've probably mentioned it before, The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. Oh, yeah. I've read it like 10 times. I just find it to be very comforting to me. And then nonfiction, I really love this book called A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Sorry, no, fiction. This is the fiction one. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Have you heard of that?
I haven't.
Okay, it's really good. A movie was made of it pretty recently, and I never saw the movie, and I don't know if I want to ruin it for myself.
No, I know. It's always like a gamble if you want to actually watch the movie from the book.
But it's a beautiful, beautiful book. Magical realism, but has a really deep meaning, and it's about moms, so if mom stuff makes you cry, I mean, I was sobbing, but it's beautiful.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, yes. Okay, so my favorite fiction book is Fahrenheit 451. I just think that Ray Bradbury is just such a phenomenal writer. His like overuse of metaphor is like fascinating to me. I just love it. Feels like a piece of music. I loved it so much, and I've read it like 3 times. I also favorite nonfiction book is I don't know if I've mentioned this, but it's called Everything Happens for a Reason and Other Lies That I've Loved. And her name is Kate Bowler. That book, I read that in a day, and it was beautiful. Basically, so she's very, very, very intelligent. She also is like a beautiful writer. And she's a PhD from, I think, like Duke Seminary School. And she writes so, like, poignantly about, like, living with, like, illness. So she's, like, she has cancer, and she talks about her whole journey with, like, life and death and kind of living in between and not actually knowing if like what's going to happen to you. And actually, she's coming out with another book that's going to be released later this year that I'm very excited about. But she also, like, she has a podcast also called, like, Everything Happens Podcast, but she's got, like, a really soothing voice. Like, she should read, like, nighttime meditations. Like,
oh, I love that. That sounds so nice. I need to check it out.
It's a really great book.
Favorite musical?
I think we're going to have the same answer. My favorite musical is actually Wicked.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, seriously, like, when I think of musicals, I think of Wicked. It's hard not to like it. I've seen it, like, 3 times, I think. And, which is, like, a lot for me. I do like going to see plays, but, like, I don't see them super, super often, but I have seen Wicked several times. And it's a really just, I love the story. I think it's so well done. It's well written. I love the music. Yeah, it's a great musical.
I've seen Wicked maybe, I don't know, 25 times.
That's amazing.
I'm a little obsessed. It's one of my favorite things in media in general. But I also really love Next to Normal and Hamilton as well.
I also
And
love
I know
Hamilton.
you're a Ham fan.
I'm a Ham fan, too.
Yes.
I feel like it got super blown up, but seriously, it's just, again, super well written.
It's worth it. I mean, it's so genius.
Man, Lin-Manuel, he's got it going on. Girl, we just got, like, tickets to go see the In the Heights movie. I am so excited.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
Favorite meal of the day?
Gotta say dinner. I feel like dinner is the only meal I actually cook. And what I mean by that is, like, for breakfast and lunch, I just kind of get little snacky things, like some hard-boiled eggs and a rice cake and some other random crap. But for dinner, I cook it, so I like dinner. What about you?
This is basic. I'm such a brunch person. I love breakfast food, though. So
Oh, yeah, you do.
I really love brunch. I would say breakfast, but I'm never up in time for breakfast. I'm a late person. So yeah, hand me the waffles and the eggs, and yeah, I'm here for it.
Yes. Okay, favorite animal excluding like pet animals like dogs and cats.
Okay. I'm not much of an animal person, but I will say my favorites are giraffes because they are kind of awkward.
Aww.
And they were the tallest animal at the zoo that I could see when I was little, and I made them my favorite animal.
Oh, I fed a giraffe once. It was fun.
I know, they have like blue tongues. It's fun.
I know. My favorite is a sea turtle. I've always loved turtles, and
Aww.
I collected turtle stuffed animals when I was a kid. I had like 10 turtles, and I like the idea of like being able to go in your shell, like I would love to have a
Cute.
shell that I could go into.
I like turtles.
I know, they're sweet.
Okay, favorite stand-up comedian?
I don't watch a lot of stand-up, like, ever. So this was hard for
Really?
me.
Okay.
But you know who I saw? I think I told you about her. I saw a stand-up routine recently just, like, on Facebook and really thought it was just brilliant. It's this person named Hannah Gadsby, and she is an autistic woman. And so she does, like, advocacy kind of, too, during her comedy and, like, funny stuff
Yeah.
about growing up with autism. And, like, really funny stuff. So right now, I guess her.
That's awesome. I really like stand-up. I just love laughing. Whenever I'm, like, in a crappy mood, I love to watch a stand-up routine.
Yeah.
But I really love, so there's this comedian, his name is Tim Hawkins. He's kind of like a quote-unquote Christian comedian, but I think he's hysterical, and I saw him live once, and he's actually just, like, a really talented comedian because he would change up his routines a lot based on where he was, like, you could tell, and he's also a really talented musician, like, he plays the guitar extremely well, and he'll, like, make up parody songs that are really funny. But I also really like Jim Gaffigan. I think he's hysterical.
Oh, Jim Gaffigan is funny. I do know some of his stuff. No, I'll have to check out the one you said, though. Okay. Favorite TV show from childhood?
Okay. Okay, so I'm a big SpongeBob fan. Strictly seasons 1 through 3. We've talked about this.
We've talked about this.
But my other show is... Okay, so I watched, like...
You're, like, embarrassed.
I almost am, but if I didn't like it so much. So I watched a lot of, like, PBS growing up, like PBS kids shows. My favorite show is Cyber Chase. Y'all, you don't understand. I have gone back to watch the episodes and they still slap, okay? And I learned things about math and I love it.
I've never seen that in my life.
It's so good. I watched the crap out of it.
It's like math.
It's like sort of educational, But so they have
Okay.
Christopher Lloyd voicing an actor, and I think it's amazing. And yeah, it's like math based, but like they have to like, 3 kids jump into cyberspace and they have to save cyberspace, and it's fantastic. And like Gilbert Gottfried is also in it.
Stop.
So
Stop. I gotta check this out. Okay, my answer, this was my first obsession. When I love things, I love them passionately. I ate, slept, and breathed this show. I had a birthday party themed of this show. I had, like, every toy of this show. Rugrats.
Really?
I was obsessed. Obsessed. I saw every episode multiple times. It's weird. I put a Rugrats episode on recently that I hadn't seen since childhood, and I could quote it. Like, that's how many times I watched them. Like,
that's scary.
It was scary. I was like, I didn't know this was in my brain, and I was literally saying the quotes with the characters. It was terrifying.
Oh, that's so bad. I did that recently. So, not as funny of a story, but like when I got like really, really sick in like 2012, and I feel like a lot of what I ended up watching was like reruns of iCarly, because that's what was on when I was like not feeling well. And so I rewatched it, I don't know, a few months ago. There were so many things that were in the recesses of my brain, and I was like, how did I know that?
Oh, it's creepy. It's creepy. But yeah, that was my show, Rugrats.
That's amazing. Okay, favorite smells.
I have so many favorite smells. I'll try to get through it. I love any kind of Christmas seasonal smell, like cinnamon, apple, pumpkin. I love all that. But if it's not Christmas time, I have only two smells that I like outside of Christmassy smells. And that is coconut and coffee.
Oh,
I currently have a coffee Scentsy going, and I love it. I don't drink coffee, but I love the smell of coffee in the morning.
That's really funny. I have so many favorite smells. I love leather. I love cinnamon. I love coffee. I love any sort of woodsy smell, like evergreens and pines. I love lavender and rose. I love the smell of lemons and citrus. Like, I love it.
I do love lavender. You know what else is a good one? Like a raspberry vanilla.
I'm not a vanilla person.
Oh,
I don't really
that.
like the smell. I feel
that.
like so many vanilla smells, honestly, like give me a headache.
Oh, yeah. I have this raspberry vanilla candle that is really great, but...
I do like the smell of raspberries, though.
All right. Okay. Favorite article of clothing that you own?
So I have a favorite article of clothing. It's actually getting pretty old. I've had it for, probably 8 years. But it was, the fit and flare style of dresses. I love those dresses. I think they look flattering on everybody.
Oh, they're my favorite kind.
So it's this like green fit and flare dress. It's got kind of different shades of green throughout it. I've had that for so long, and it's just a comforting dress. Like, I love to wear it. It's like kind of stretchy, so it's really comfortable to wear, and I love how I feel in it. It makes me happy.
Oh, I love that. I think, if you're a longtime pod listener, you might remember when I won Mary Margaret's coat on Poshmark for Once Upon a Time. It's not the actual, like, coat the actress literally wore, but it is the same coat. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't win the actual costume.
No, but it was like a look-alike.
It's a look-alike, same coat, and it's everything to me. I always envied that coat every time I watched the show, and I wanted it so bad. No, it's blue. It's blue with a Peter Pan collar.
One.
Yeah, she wears it a lot. It's blue with a Peter Pan collar and these big buttons down it, and it's wool. It's just, I'm so happy to have it. I'm so pleased. So that's it.
I feel like that looks so cute with like a little red beret or something.
Oh my gosh, like, please sign me up. It's the summertime, so I mean.
Yeah.
Can't wear it yet.
But hey, fall is coming.
Fall is not yet. Summer isn't even here.
Fall is coming in like 4 months. It was closer than it previously was.
That's true. It is closer than it ever was at this very moment.
I'm already excited for fall. I'm not much of a summer person, but I'm excited for fall.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like summer. I hate winter, but I like summer.
Okay. Y'all know I love ice cream. So what's your favorite ice cream?
Gotta be cookies and cream. Gotta be cookies and cream.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I'm not a huge Oreo person, but I love cookies and cream flavor of everything. I love cookies and cream Hershey's bar, cookies and cream ice cream.
That's
I can't
really
describe.
funny.
I can't explain.
That's really funny. I actually would prefer Oreos to cookies and cream.
Oh, interesting.
I like the taste of the Oreo cookie. I like that it's kind of almost bitter.
Oh,
I like
okay.
that. Because, like, otherwise it's just, like, the cream is just so sweet.
I love it. What is yours?
I love anything that is, like, citrusy. I really, like, that's honestly, like, if you gave me the choice of chocolate or, like a citrusy flavor in a dessert, I'm probably gonna pick the citrus one.
Ooh, I think we're gonna have to break our friendship now.
I love well, I'll just eat all the citrus that you
We
don't
could just
want.
be the opposites. Yeah, the opposites friends.
Yeah.
Where I eat all the chocolate, you eat all the citrus. Yeah. Okay.
Right. I mean, I like chocolate, don't get me wrong, but I
Okay.
prefer citrus because chocolate often feels, like, too rich for me. But I'm obsessed with one ice cream place in particular, and it's called Jenny's Ice Creams. It's just so good. They have, like, this rainbow frozen yogurt that is, like, very, like, punchy, citrusy, kind of, like, key limey, and I really love it. I love coffee ice cream, too. Jenny's also has a flavor that's called, like, Brambleberry Crisp. It's probably one of their most famous ones, that it's kind of, like, vanilla-y with some, like, jam preserves and then some, like, bits of oats. So good. Oh, so good.
That sounds good.
Delicious.
Okay. Favorite thing to do to relax?
I either watch TV or I put on an album. That's usually what I end up doing.
Okay. I really love meditating. I've gotten really into it. Like, I started actually in March of 2020 when I was having a complete mental breakdown. And I'm not, like, saying that to be funny. I was, like, having a panic attack every day at the very beginning of the pandemic. I was like, I probably should meditate. And I did. And I really like it. And I also, I have this playlist on Spotify that I follow called Romantic Jazz.
Ooh.
And it chills me out. I put on my Romantic Jazz playlist and I make a cup of tea or I, like, get ready for bed and do my skincare. And I love that.
Ooh. That's lovely. Okay. What are your favorite beverages?
My favorite beverage, I drink water exclusively pretty much, and
same.
I have a lot of health issues that caffeine makes worse, so every doctor I have says avoid caffeine at all costs. But my favorite other drink is chai tea. I could have chai tea every moment if I could, and I particularly like an iced chai. And I try to just get one pump when I go to Starbucks, so it's not too much caffeine for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, chais are good. Chais are really
Chai reminds me of the fall. It's like fall in your mouth.
I know. It's like so many comforting spices.
I love it.
I love coffee. I really do. So I love, like, a latte. Because my thing, I mean, I drink coffee, like, once or twice every day. But I think my health issues happen if, like, I have, like, too much strong acidic stuff. So I have to have my coffee with milk, or just something to dilute it a little bit so it's not as strong. So, yeah. So I love a latte. I love taro boba tea. I really love it. It's boba so tea's good.
I like it too.
It's kind of the only way I drink tea, and I will get to that later. But I also I drink alcohol, so my favorite cocktail is a Manhattan. I like bourbon. I like the taste, like the woody taste of it. And I love that Manhattans always have a cherry.
I'm sorry, I love that you said the way you said I drink alcohol, because you were like, I drink alcohol.
I didn't mean to. No, I'm just saying because, like, it's a spoiler for later.
Later. I hate alcohol.
I just wanted to I know. I just wanted to clarify that I do. And there's nothing wrong if you don't.
No. That's why it made me laugh, because you're like, I know you don't, girl. But I do.
I don't want it to sound like I think I'm so
Not at all. No, not at all. Okay. Not at all. You're not like that at all. You know, I do love virgin versions of alcoholic drinks. I love a Shirley Temple. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
I think that mocktails are underrated, and I think calling them a mocktail is almost a disservice because it is
like you're mocking me.
Yeah, well, it is like a carefully mixed beverage, whether or not it has alcohol, and I think that they're delicious.
It's so true, girl. What is your favorite activity to do with friends? Like, if you had the perfect Saturday, what is your perfect Saturday?
I'm laughing because when Casey came up with this question, she's like, I know your answer.
Oh, I know your answers. There are two specific things on your answer, and I know what they both are. And she didn't tell me what they are, but I know I'm right.
No, she's right. It's concerts and coffee shops. I think something else I really love to do, though. Honestly, I really just love sitting and talking with friends. Like, we could just be sitting outside or chilling or whatever. I love hanging. That's something I love.
I love the 2 C's of your life, concerts and coffee.
And coffee shops.
No, I agree. Like there's nothing better than like a deep conversation. Yeah. I'm not much of a small talk person, and I love a good deep combo. I really enjoy museums. I know that's weird.
Oh.
Especially because I'm blind. But I like going to like I'm not a partier. You won't find me at a club or a bar. I find that very actually like very horrible to be at for me personally. So I'm like, let's go do something fun and different. Like, let's go to like the zoo or the museum or like, you know, like go see something cool. That's what I'm into.
You know what? I hate the zoo.
Oh, I know. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, I do.
I love the zoo.
I like museums though. I do like, I feel, I love to like learn something new. Especially when a museum has an audio tour. I love those.
Yeah.
Those are really fun.
Like,
but yeah.
I just want to, I want to find cool, different things to do. Mm-hmm. Like, my friends and I were talking about doing, like, a haunted tour or, like, just, like, cool things that are, like, rock climbing or, like, something that's not just, like, let's go drink or, you know, not that, like, once again, not that there's anything wrong with drinking. I just find it, like, a torturous experience.
I just think that there are other things that possibly can be done, you know?
Yeah.
There are there's so many other cool things that you can do.
It's so true.
Okay, what is your favorite flower?
Sunflowers.
Cute.
They're so pretty and happy. I love them.
I like sunflowers. I like that they turn toward the light. I think that's, like, pretty and metaphorical.
Nice. Oh, it is. It is. What are your favorites?
I've always loved daisies. They're really, like, a friendly flower.
I love daisies, too.
I also love plumerias. I feel like they're the tropical version of a daisy. And so you'll find them a lot in like Hawaii or like Guam or something, but I think they're really beautiful.
It's what you wear in your hair.
It is what I wear in my hair.
You like are the plumeria queen.
I really like them. They're really happy. For when I graduated college, my parents gave me a bouquet of flowers. But they also gave me some, like some fake, silk flowers that were plumerias. And since they didn't die, I always keep them in the center of my table. They make me happy.
I love it. All right, what's your favorite website?
So when you ask it like that, it makes me feel like I'm back in, like, 2009. And I would say something like addictinggames.com. But actually...
What's your favorite web page?
My favorite...
On the interwebs.
Web page?
Your web page.
I honestly use Spotify, like, so much.
Oh, that's better than my answer, I think. I love Spotify. I always say to my friends, like, I have quite a few, like, monthly subscription services, and if I had to cut any of them off, Spotify's the last to die.
Yeah.
It's the last one. Mm-hmm. It matters to me very much. I said YouTube. I'm a big YouTube watcher, as I said earlier. I really love it.
Yeah. Okay, what is your favorite makeup product?
Favorite makeup product is Benefit Gimme Brow. Spelled Gimme, like Gimmi, I think. And it is a brow, like, makeup, brow darkener.
Brow
and
tint?
It's everything to me. Brow tint. Yeah, it's everything to me. I also love highlight. I really love putting highlight on my cheekbone. I love, like, a glowy look.
I just got into highlight very recently. I hadn't owned it before.
Fun.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's so fun.
You know, funny enough, eyebrow tint was also on my list.
Yes.
I use, what is it, Anastasia LA, I think is what the brand is. And they have like a really, like, I think it's called like eyebrow mousse.
Yes,
I like it a lot because it's like in a mascara wand, so it's easy to apply.
So is mine. The one I use is like a mascara.
I have to try yours because I'm actually running low. But I also love lipstick. I love wearing red lipstick.
You do.
I think almost all of my lipstick is from Bite Beauty. And they are like clean vegan ingredients, and I just think that it's like the best, like smoothest and longest lasting lipstick I've ever used.
Cassandra has the most beautiful lips on the planet, and when you accentuate them with your lipstick, it's like so
Thanks,
pretty.
Girl.
I love seeing all your different shades you wear, and like you have such a good like palette, for lipsticks.
Oh, thank you. I you know what? It's the only feature about me that looks super Hispanic because I'm tall and not curvy. So it's like, hey, I have puffy lips. Like, look at me. I'm Latina.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, what is your favorite accessory?
I know you just mentioned my hair flower, but it's probably that.
It has to be. It's like a classic Cassandra thing. Like, if you took out the hair flower, I'd be like, who are you? I don't recognize you.
I have a lot of, like, like, jewelry that I wear every day. So I feel like, that's included. I also have, like, one of those stretchy 90s black chokers that I wear very often. I'm wearing it right now. I really like it.
Yeah, I love jewelry as well. I usually, if I'm ever going out, I always wear it, unless I'm being super casual. But I love hats. I'm a hat girl.
Ooh,
love them. Love them in the winter. Love them in the summer. Love a hat.
I love a hat. Okay, what are your favorite, like, symbols? Like, you see something with, like, a symbol on it that you like, and then you buy it for your house or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Or things you have tattooed on your body or something.
Yeah, because when you originally asked me this, I was thinking of, like, what I've had tattooed on my body, and that would be a cross and Braille. I like both of those symbols, and I can't think of another that really, like, stands out to me. What about you, though?
I love lots of different symbols. I really love, like, suns. I have lots of different suns. It's funny because I don't actually like the sun, but people tell me I'm, like, kind of sunshiny, and so I really like the suns. I love lemons. Yes. I love eating lemons. I love having things with lemons on them. I love cacti. Yeah. I have a cactus on my foot from a tattoo. I feel like that wasn't actually like, super clear.
That would hurt if you had a cactus on your foot.
That would be painful, but no.
Painful.
I also love phoenixes. I have a phoenix tattooed on my bicep. So
I feel like another one of mine has to be floral and flowers. I love having flowers all around, and I like leaves and trees as well, like that. Cute. Those kind of naturey kind of symbols. That. Okay, favorite quality in a person.
Okay. I thought of it like this in the way of if a person didn't have these qualities, I would like not really want to be friends with them. So I would say like definitely genuineness. You know, if I can't really feel like I trust someone, I don't know, that they're not being completely honest with me, like I really don't like that. And I really love when like people have like initiative. I love hanging out. And so I love it when people are like, hey, want to go to this thing? And so I feel really excited when a lot of my friends like have a lot of initiative and want to try and do new things.
Yeah, it was really hard. I kind of put a few. I put like kind of loyalty, honesty, empathy, just the things of like someone, just like, I don't know, just a general kindness, like caring for others and like being aware of the needs of others, I think is important. So, you know, just the opposite of like selfishness, I guess.
Yeah. No, I think
and
those
honesty.
are all...
Honesty is important too, like you said.
Yeah, I feel like those are all like really excellent qualities to have in friends.
Yes.
Okay, what is your favorite room in the house?
This is hard. I feel like, you know, I instantly want to say bedroom because, like, that's your room. That's your space. And I think when I had roommates, that was, like, my safe haven. But I do have my own place, so I think my favorite space, actually, I have this little like office space. My condo is kind of one big open room, so it's not a separate room. It's kind of just like I put a desk in this part of the room. But I love my little desk area. I've made it really me, and I've put a lot of things on there that I love. And it just like, I do all my work there and stuff, so it's not always like for fun to be in there, but it just makes me happy that I've made that space. And I have a bookshelf, and yeah.
I really love that. And I've seen your little office space, and I think it's so cute.
I spend a lot of time over there.
Yeah. My favorite room is the dining room. I really like sitting at my dining room table. I work from home, so I also like do a lot of my work there, and it's like connected to the kitchen, so you know I can go and eat if I want to. But I find myself sitting there so much, and like I could sit in the living room, I could sit in my bedroom, I could sit in the office, but I sit in the dining room.
I love your dining room. It's gorgeous. She has this wallpaper, this really happy wallpaper on the wall.
It's so fun. It's got like a bunch of fruits and things on it, like lemons and peaches and things. I love it.
I'm like glad to know that, because when we were planning for this episode, I didn't know what your answer would be, and now I'm glad to know that you're in your dining room all the time. I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever we FaceTime, you are in there. So
I really am in there all the time.
Okay, our last one for favorite things. We have a quick little segment at the end, so don't leave yet. Don't click that dial. Okay, our last one is, what was your favorite subject in school? And this, we are excluding like PE and music and the extracurriculars. Like, I mean the basic subjects, okay?
Math.
Yeah, this is another place we differ. This is where our opposite friends come out. Like, why we go so well together.
We have everything in common, but yeah, I find math fascinating. Oh, we lost FaceTime.
You guys, we were on the last one, and she's gone.
Slow down.
Please stand by, fam. Okay, here she goes. She's calling me back. I'm answering.
I lost.
Oh, goodness. We lost each other again. At least it was like almost at the very end. I think we had a good run there.
That is true. Okay, I was just gonna say, like, I find math really fascinating. I think it's amazing that so many complicated things can be like sort of explained, and calculated and like defined a little bit. There's still some things that are confusing and it's hard to define in the math world, but I got a math minor in college. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't always like amazing at it, but it was something that I found fascinating.
I'm happy for you. I cannot say the same. Math makes me feel nauseated. It was really a horrible time for me in school. I barely made it through my math classes. I think most people
would agree with you, though.
I appreciate what it is, though, and I do like that it's a concrete answer. It's not subjective. It's either right or wrong. I think that's cool, and I think you can do a lot with math, but definitely my answer is English lit. Mm-hmm. I love reading. I love writing. I love English. I love grammar. Mm-hmm. I love it. That's the only subject I really felt good at. I think all the other ones I was kind of mediocre, and then math I was actually bad at. So,
I think the subject I liked the least was history, which is funny because I'll often do a history fun fact. But I like learning about history, but I think in the classroom setting it was very overwhelming and having to it was very memorization based. So I mean, I have a good memory, but I didn't enjoy it as much. I couldn't connect with it as well.
Yes. Okay. So as a fun little, it's not really a game. It's not really a game, but we were like, hey, we've talked about our favorite things for like an hour, and it was a fun time, and we learned a lot about each other, and we hope you did too. But we are going to do a top 5. We did our top 5 favorite things. We're going to do a top 5 least favorite things. And we're not going to get too, serious here. This is kind of for fun, to be funny. I should have put math on it. Math would totally be, it's not on there, but it would totally be in my top 5. I burned my math homework when I was done in high school. That's amazing. We did a fire, and I burned it all, okay? That's how much I
A funeral pyre for your math.
Yeah, it was, I have pictures of me, throwing in my, Okay.
So funny.
Do you want to go first? We'll go back and forth.
Okay. I don't know which one to start with. I feel like I'm gonna get roasted for this.
Disclaimer, if you like these things, we think that's amazing. We're so happy you like these things. We just don't.
Yeah, we just don't. One thing I don't like the show The Office, and people like get really personally offended when I say that, but I just don't think it's really funny. I think it honestly makes too many digs at too many kinds of people. I found it to be even a little bit ableist. It really just there were funny moments, and I watched it when it was coming out. But like, I don't know, I didn't really appreciate the humor, and so I don't like it. So
many people clicking off of the pod, unsubscribing.
I'm so sorry, but...
Okay. My first one, shock, alcohol. I don't like it. I don't like how it tastes. I think it's terrible taste. All of them I've ever tried. I think, do people actually like this taste? Like, truly, it's just terrible. And then it doesn't even really, I am one of those people, I will get a buzz for 5 minutes and then it is over and I am completely myself again. Like, I don't ever feel the effects. I think funny. I have a fast metabolism or something. Yeah. Like, I just can't. So it's just terrible. I just don't enjoy it.
Also, as a side tangent, stop making people feel bad for not liking alcohol.
I could do a whole hour-long episode about my feelings about people making me feel bad for not liking alcohol and forcing me
That's
to drink
dumb.
And
it's also healthier to not like alcohol.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like if someone says, like, I don't like coffee, they're like, okay. And then if you say you don't like alcohol, though, they're like,
but you haven't tried that. No.
You haven't
just
tried
back
it?
off.
Yeah. Oh, everyone tells me, you'll like it eventually. You haven't tried the right thing. Well, I've tried probably 50 drinks, and I don't like any of them.
Just back off. It's not your business. Anyway. I just had to make that clear, because it truly does bug me when people are like...
I can tolerate some of it. Yeah. It's not all completely terrible. I'll tolerate it, but that's as far as I'll go.
But, like, you don't want to drink something that you only tolerate. I don't know. Anyway.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
Speaking of beverages that I don't like tea. I wish I liked tea. It feels like a sophisticated thing to like and to drink. I think it tastes like hot leaf water. I only really like milk tea, and that's because it's like sweet and it doesn't really taste like leaf water. I'll drink it if I'm feeling like ill and I want to like kind of feel better. I want to like it, I really do, but I don't think it tastes good.
No, I understand that, and I think coffee is just as sophisticated. I think you with your coffee, I think you're a sophisticated queen.
Thank you. But yeah, I feel like tea people are really like, I'm a tea person.
Yeah, I know, they are. I know. I try not to be that way. Okay, my next one is sports.
That's on my list!
People are shook. I don't enjoy playing sports. I never played a sport as a kid. I was terrible at all of them. I also don't enjoy watching sports. I find them to be incredibly boring, probably because I don't know the rules. I still don't know the rules to football. I couldn't tell you one thing that they do on that. I find it so boring.
I'm convinced that people don't know the rules for football because they change all the time. But that's on my list too. I don't actually... So I like going to sporting events, but it's more because I like going to the event. And not because I like sports.
I went to a baseball game recently and had a great time. So I'm not like anti-sports as far as like going to a sport.
Yeah.
I love to watch my nephew play soccer. I think having that lens of it, of being like an aunt or a mom Cute. Or whatever is different. I will support him forever in his sports, and but I can't. I like swimming.
Swimming
is that a sport?
Cool. I mean, so like I'll watch the Olympics.
Oh, I love the Olympics.
Yeah, because I think it's kind of cool. I mean, but I don't know. So I went to Ohio State, and like everyone's really obsessed with the football. And I went to football games. Like, don't get me wrong. I went to like the Michigan games where we stormed the field, but I went there because I liked being in the atmosphere. But y'all, I couldn't see a thing. I had no idea what was going on. Anyway, like
yeah.
I don't like keeping up with sports. I don't like knowing who's doing good, and I don't care. I don't care.
I don't know their names. There's a difference, too, between Olympic sports and, like, local sports. Like, it's a different category. I like Olympic. I like ice skating and gymnastics and all that. That's fun. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Well, that was mine, but now you can do another one.
Oh, I'll do another one. Okay, seafood, mostly like shrimp. Shrimp, the texture of shrimp makes me want to vom. Oysters,
love shrimp.
oh gosh, no. I hate it.
I will eat the seafood that you don't want.
Okay, it's mainly shellfish I can't do, you know?
I mean, I think, like, a lot of people don't actually like shellfish. I love crab. Yeah. I love seafood, man. It's so good. But you don't have to like it.
Yep.
Speaking of the sea, I don't like the beach. I feel like people also get really personally invested when I say I don't like the beach. But I don't. I think it's, like, hot and sweaty, and it's a lot of work to go to the beach. I mentioned this at the end of the last episode. I don't really enjoy it. I don't like the sand. I don't like the salt water. I don't like the sun. Yeah. I don't like being hot and sweaty and hungry and tired. And I don't find it relaxing. I mean, the sound is really nice, and the smell smells good, but, like, you know, if I want to read a book, I'm not going to do it on the beach.
It's so funny because I love the beach, but at the same time, I completely, like, understand your reasoning and totally see that, you know? Like, I can see why, but I love it. Okay, next, I don't like, this is such a popular thing, crime podcasts or crime shows. I don't like crime. I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my headspace. I don't like it. If someone tells me to watch a crime show, I'm not going to do it. And it's so popular. They're very popular. No thanks. I don't want to constantly think I'm going to die. Like, no thanks.
I like fictional mystery shows. Like, if they're trying to solve
Veronica Mars.
Yeah, like if they're trying to solve a murder in a fictional context.
Yes.
But I don't like knowing that it's real. That freaks me out.
Right. No, I agree with you completely. I watch a lot of fictional shows that have crime.
Yeah, I love
murder mystery.
Yeah, I love murder mystery shows, but not I don't want to know that someone actually did that in real life.
No, right, exactly. I agree.
So one thing on my list, this is really specific, but
my next one is too.
It makes me, like, anxious and nauseous. I hate large groups of holes. They make me disgusted. Oh, I know.
This is a real thing. This is a real thing.
It's like a phobia, and it has a name, but I don't know how to say it.
Yes,
I hate it.
I kind of have it too. Yes.
Like, I was telling Casey recently that this is why you're here on Rear with Flair. I didn't realize that sighted people could see, like, individual pores on people's face. The thought of that makes me want to vomit. I don't want to see that. That's so gross. And, like,
it's gross.
like honeycombs, like beehives, like, no, thank you.
Especially when it occurs in nature. There's something disgusting about, like, a plant with a bunch of holes all over it.
I want to cry.
I think you're literally sweating.
I am. It's like a physical reaction, you guys.
Oh, no.
Don't like
we gotta
the
change
holes.
the subject. You don't like... Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just don't like it.
We're changing the subject. Mine is also very specific, my last one. It's not a phobia, though. Okay. Comedy of people getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
It's not funny to me at all. It's actually, like, terrible to me. I feel like a lot of, like, America's Funniest Home Videos are people, like, falling off of things, running into things, getting hurt. And it's not that it, like, super bothers me, like, I want to cry for them or anything. It's just not funny. I just don't find any kind of humor in that at all. Like, zero. Like, it's not funny.
Yeah.
To me. It's funny to a lot of people, so I'm not saying it's not funny, like, objectively.
No, I agree with you, though. Like, after... maybe a few, I think, are kind of funny, but I'm more just kind of cringing. And
it's like a cringe. Yeah, me too.
And, like, you gotta kind of step back and be like, wait, why am I laughing at this?
I know. It's like, I don't know. It just isn't very funny to me. But, okay, I think that's a good place to end. This was a funny, silly app. We hope you got to know a little bit more about us, and we got to know a little bit more about each other. We hope we didn't offend you too much with the things we don't like. Maybe instead of, like, focusing on the things we don't like, you can relate to the things we do like.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thanks a lot, you guys. We're so excited to see you again in 2 weeks. As always, like, don't forget to follow our socials. Don't forget to email us. We've gotten a few really, really sweet emails lately that have just, like, made our days. So, hello@rarewithflair.com. Send us a message. We would love to hear from you.
And don't forget to check out the show notes at rarewithflair.com as well.
Okay, well, bye!
All right. Bye!